Hello, 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 everyone. Oh my God, my hair is all over the place. Welcome to 6 p.m. show, 6 p.m. Eastern show of Transgender Diverse Veterans of America. And that's the action group side of things, by the way. Most of what I talk about on this show will be activism and, getting in your face and all that kind of stuff. So I have a disclaimer that has to be presented out here. And that disclaimer is that the opinions expressed here on this show are my opinions and mine alone. They do not necessarily represent those of any particular organization, agency, department, or whomever or whatever. Okay, they are my opinions and I'm sticking to it. Okay, just so you know that. Let me take these glasses off and put the others on because I can't read without them, but these have the glare on them, anti-glare stuff on the front. So the disclaimer says also that if you're under the age of 18, get out of your league. This site is not for you, period. Okay. So welcome to the show again. My name is Cassandra Williamson, the Executive Director for Transgender Diverse Veterans of America and our action group side. And we got a few things to talk about today. So let me go check out the news. Let's do that first, which is the typical routine. We'll go into to present, and we'll go to share screen, and we'll go looking for the window over there to here. And let me just go in and put the news up first, though. That's what we want to talk about first. Okay. Let's go back one. The headline here, Democrats achieve historic victory in Dauphin County, potentially flipping the House seat. I don't know where Dauphin County's at. Definitely not sure. Let's go see. Just take a look at it. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Well, it's Pennsylvania. Okay, got it. Pennsylvania. Okay. Next thing. New Mexico Supreme Court upholds Democratic drawn congressional map. Okay. Well, fine. However, as long as it's fair to everybody. Okay, big lawsuit. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. Innocence by reason of stupidity. Trump's reliance on stupidity defense is indictment trials. Let's see. Might backfire. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, you think. Oh my God. All right. Let's see. Charity board face being sacked for being white and privileged. Daily Mail, would this be in England by any chance? I don't know. Let's see. Did I one of Britain's wealthiest charities? Okay, yeah. Great Britain. We'll go on over. Next one. Money talks and Disney doesn't like what it says. Okay, Washington Examiner. Destroying Florida's economy over your bullshit, okay? That's what you're doing. American democracy now seems perilously close to the point of no return. It feels like that, but it's chaotic. American governance, American politics is chaotic. It's combative at times. It's aggressive at times, but that's just the way it has been from the beginning. It was designed that way. But that's just the way it is. And it always bounces back. It's a very resilient system. But that resilience is underpinned by wide swings. However, there are some people out there who are pushing for more authoritarian leadership in the U.S. government, and those who want to actually implement it. And I'm telling you, there are some really bad actors out there, like the Heritage Foundation and Kevin Roberts' team over there at Heritage, who are trying to roll this whole country into a, Christian nationalist kind of state. They're not going to say that outright, but that's exactly what they're doing. If you read through their Project 2025, that's what they're doing. And that's why there is so much concern about this, because it's an easy step for an autocratic leader like Trump would be and had been and was in private sector and all that. I mean, for a person like that to step in who has already said that he wants to go after his opponents, anyone who disagrees with them, he wants to go after them. Well, he's actually said that stuff. And whether you believe him or not, if you think that is just politics that he's sending out there and putting in the airwaves and to appeal to a certain level of the base over on the far right, that might be true, but it's also the way he is. That's just the way he is, folks. If you've read anything about him over the last 50 years, you'll see that. It's very plainly in front of your eyes if you will read it. Okay, go on down. Nevada judge rejects proposal to add reproductive rights amendment to 2024 ballot. I don't know why he did that. Hopefully you'll get the opinion will be overturned because the people need to have the right to decide these things for themselves, right? Panel discussion, AEC CIO perspectives on, that's an ad. Shoot, why am I looking at an ad? Let me go back. I don't want to look at an ad. Lovitz calls top Democrat a self-loathing Jew. Not even going into that one. Cyber weekend deal. Scientists made breakthrough in research that could change the way our homes are constructed. Okay. But is it something that can be used actually out there in the field? That's crucial, okay? Because it's the people who are building these things who will tell you whether or not it's actually feasible or not. Okay, let's go on down. Marjorie Taylor Greene's book is a flop, I know, but well, of course. Kamala Harris blasted over latest photo with the gas stove in the background. Yeah, I get that one. That was kind of funny. All right, Democrats. Okay, we're back to the front. So let's drop out of this one, and we're going to go over to the next feed where we just take a look in Twitter for just a moment, just to see what's going on in Twitterverse. You ready? Let's go take a look at it. Go home. And yeah, American Principles Project is at it again, folks. As this seems to be their main topic. I think they're really in the closet or something, really far back in the closet, because this is all they can think about. I mean, everything they post seems to be related to transgender people. Everything. They really have a thing for us. Anyway, it's just hilarious to me. Let me see what the 35 new posts are before we go. Nathan Hale. Okay, obviously this is a pseudonym, just so you know. This person, that is a pseudonym. It's based on the name of a person from the Revolutionary War. So you better stop posting anti-Muslim. No, this is a warning. This is me saying, go fuck yourself. Yeah, we will find you. Okay, well, anyway, whatever. Taylor Swift. Hi. Well, she has a birthday coming up. Okay, cool. Let me get this straight. The Republican majority controlled Congress has ousted a Republican speaker and is now on the verge of expelling a not yet convicted Republican member, but we can't even impeach Mayorkas or Biden or stop the weaponized DOJ against Trump. Well, that's because they're wildly different. They're Marjorie Taylor Greene. One is, in fact, worthy of being stripped of all of their privileges in Congress and expelled, and the impeachment of Mayorkas, Biden, and all that, and weaponization, what you call weaponization, click, of DOJ against Trump. There's no basis for you taking anything up against that because they are, in fact, correct to not be impeached. And they're also correct in going after Trump, okay, because he is just a wackadoodle. Matt Walsh. He's a child in a costume, you stupid freaks. Chiefs fan in blackface native headdress. No, yeah, he's a child in a costume. Yeah, I agree with Matt on that one. I did see that picture. Okay. Let me see. Larry Thomas. Why not leave now? Many of our politicians visit there often. Donald J. Trump breaking. Springsteen says he'll be on the plane back. Okay. People say that all the time. Very few of them actually follow through. And here we go. Apple CEO Tim Cook says, if you don't believe in climate change, he doesn't want you to be a part of Apple. Well, good for him. I believe in climate change because I happen to know, for 20 years, I actually rejected the premises of it because I didn't think the data was solid enough at the time. But that's back in the 80s and 90s, I guess. But I ended up deciding that, hey, after seeing everything that we're actually causing quite a bit of this. These cycles are actually occurring at a far faster rate than they had ever occurred in the past 4.5 billion years that we're able to at least determine that. So, oh well. All right. Do you really want this here in America? Well, if they're American, sure, Gunther, absolutely. Why not? Libs of TikTok. Okay, she seems stable. Once again, white people are the only group that you're openly allowed to be racist and hateful towards, and you will be celebrated for it. No. Heritage Foundation. Okay. Since President Biden took office, Americans have faced increasingly higher prices for food, gas, and other common household goods, and that is true. But it was going on long before that. And while prices have been going up, wages have been going down. No, wages haven't been going down. Wages have held about the same, and they need to go up. They do need to go up. That is for sure. Wages need to go up, but you actually need to do that by increasing the minimum wage a little bit, forcing people to go up. But, in the process, you're going to raise prices. We know there's a huge impact on all this stuff of consumer goods. It's a balancing thing going on. But right now, households are facing that. I see it when I go to the store, grocery store, to get products and whatever I need in the house. I see it every time. Prices are going up. That McDonald's burger that cost $9 not too long ago was 16 now. Passionate Southwest Airlines flight at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport opened up and jumped out of emergency exit onto the wing while the aircraft was still in the skyway. What the heck? That is just, oh my God. Hopefully they were all right. Okay. SciSpace, what is ChatGPT? Was trained on scientific knowledge. What if? Okay, yeah. Sebastian Gorka. Because she's not guilty, Sebastian. Laura Loomer. Okay. President Trump's lawyers file motion for discovery in Jack Smith case demanding documents regarding informants and undercover agents related to January the 6th. Jeez. Glenn Beck, I've never seen somebody so bad do so well in a presidential race. And Glenn, no, you're freaking wrong. When it comes to the economy and global war, and he's falling apart mentally, and he has everything stacked against him. How is it possible that 2024 race is still competitive? Well, that's the question I have about Trump. It's exactly the same question I have about Trump. Why the heck is he still competitive in anything? The man is a con man. All right. So that's it for that section of the news. How are we going to do this? Now let's go back over here and stop sharing. How's that? I don't know if anyone's been here, there, or whatever, but you can watch us over on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and even on the website. I hope you do occasionally drop in and say hi. Love to have you there. Right now, let me see. A couple of things we could be talking about. And what I'm going to do is go back and pull out a chapter out of the Project 2025 book and just kind of say something about it. Let's go take a look at it. I may not say too much. Share screen. Let's go over to here, to there, and there. All right. So first thing is we're going to look at this. Tommy Tuberville's Pentagon promotions pause finally coming to an end. I don't know if it is or not, but we'll see. They want to try to get it done by the end of the year and pass through those. The Senate Majority Party wants to do that. Hopefully they can get it done. Republicans are pissed at Tommy, but they're cordial. They're still cordial there in the Senate. They try to be. But Tommy has no freaking idea about national security issues, and he's holding it up and putting this country at jeopardy. People out there over on the conservative side who are talking about national security this and national security that. Well, you need to look inward at Tommy Tuberville. He is definitely one of the reasons right now that I'm concerned about national security, because we don't have the leaders in place to do it. And the people are going to be leaving if they continue to hold on in these positions that they are temporarily in, or where there's no one filling that position and other people having to take on those roles as collateral duty. So it gets to be a bit of a challenge. Obviously, the military leaders can handle that kind of thing, but you've got to think about the broader picture here. You want people to be single-minded a lot of times on some of these issues, some of these things going on around the planet. You know, you want to make sure that we're addressing those things with the appropriate military leaders, if need be, that they are ready to roll. But the way it stands right now, there's a little bit of chaos in the DOD. They're doing the best they can, though. I know that, and I give them credit for that. All right, so let me see, which policy do we want to go look into first? Which one? So there's a couple we can actually check out. And if I go over to the White House office, that's chapter number 1. I don't think there's much in there, but what I'm going to do is kind of pull this up. I want to show you. This is looking from their site, from the Project 2025 site, okay? Now I'm going to go up through here, and what I'll do is in the search bar, I'll type in words like diversity. And nothing in there about diversity in this chapter, chapter 1. How about sex? Nothing in there. Not in the White House, but Rick Dearborn. Let's go with gender. Let's go with abortion. No. Okay. So chapter 1 is pretty clear. That's what I've been doing most of this afternoon today, is going through each one of these by chapter and pulling it apart and looking at it. So executive offices of the president. If I'm not mistaken, I've got chapter 2 over here somewhere. That's chapter 20. There's chapter 4, chapter 2. All right. So I went through earlier and did some of this where I actually highlighted the pages. So let's go in and type in gender. There's 2 of 7 places where this appears throughout this thing. This is on page 60. Looks like the very first occurrence of this, but we'll go look at a couple others in a minute too. All right, this one says, finally, the next administration will face a significant challenge in unwinding policies and procedures that are used to advance radical gender, racial, and equity initiatives under the banner of science. That's because they are under science. That's because they are science, okay? Jeez. Similarly, the Biden administration's climate fanaticism will need a whole of government unwinding. As with other federal departments and agencies, the Biden administration's leveraging of the federal government's resources to further the woke agenda should be reversed and scrubbed from all policy manuals, guidance documents, and agendas, and scientific excellence and innovation should be restored to the Office of Science and Technology, the OSTP office. All right. And those are science. And they're underpinned by science. But these people are anti-science. Because, you know, it just doesn't fit their agenda, their narrative. Sorry, Heritage, you're all screwed up on that one. Let's see what the next occurrence of gender is down through here. Gender Policy Council. President Biden's Gender Policy Council. So the president should immediately revoke Executive Order 14020 and every policy, including sub-regulatory guidance documents produced on behalf of or related to the establishment or promotion of the Gender Policy Council. Let me increase the size of this so y'all can see some of this with me. Oh, that's going the wrong direction. Okay, so it says it right here. I went through and, like I said, highlighted some of these so you can see them. Yeah. So subsidiary issues: abolishing the Gender Policy Council will eliminate central promotion of abortion, comprehensive sexuality education, and the new woke gender ideology. It's not new, and it's been around for a long time, but it's not an ideology either, and that just pisses me off. I just go, ugh. But they're doing that, though, because, you know, I don't know, they just want to see if they can get a rise out of all of us, I guess. Which has as a principal tenet gender-affirming care and sex change surgeries on minors. It does not have that on minors. Sorry. Anyway, bullshit. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's go check the next one out. Let's go up here and hit the down button once more time. Gender policy, gender ideology, gender-affirming care. It goes all the way bottom. Now let's go look for another term that usually shows up in some of these. Diversity. That's not in there. Okay. We got sex. We got abortion, abortion. It occurs in one place in the Gender Policy Council thing again. And this is the executive offices of the president. Okay. That's the title of this chapter 2. Executive Office of the President of the United States. Article written by Russ Vought. This is chapter 2 in Project 2025, The Mandate for Leadership, produced by the Heritage Foundation in 2023. Okay. So let's drop that one. I'll drop that thing down. No, I'm going to keep it up. All right. So next one I want to look at would be Central Personnel Agencies, managing the bureaucracy. Okay, here's the one. Let's go into this one and look. This is chapter 3. Did I pull chapter 3 up? Let's go look in and see. We can pull some stuff up here really quickly and go look around. Let's go. Question. Abortion is not in there, likely, but is gender in here? Look at that. Cases involving race, making the appeals process work. Cases involving race, gender, religion, sex, pregnancy, disability, or national origins can be appealed to the EEOC or the MSPB, and in some cases, both. Okay, this is okay. We're going on down. Let's go look again. There's only one for gender. Let's look for sex. One for sex. Sexual discrimination. Okay. Let's see what next one we want to go. Let's try diversity again. Diversity is not there. All right. So this chapter 3 doesn't contain some of those terms that I like to search for. So let's go look into the next one. Chapter 4, Department of Defense. I've got that over here. I need to put these in order actually up here, don't I? Chapter 2, Chapter 4, Defense Department. Do you want to know how many of these things are in this one? Let's just go on down and look for some yellow spots. Okay, starting on page 103, restore standards of lethality and excellence. Entrance criteria for military service and specific occupational career fields should be based on the needs of those positions. Exceptions for individuals who are already predisposed to require medical treatment, for example, HIV positive or suffering from gender dysphoria, should be removed. And those with gender dysphoria should be expelled from military service. And then they actually go after everybody else with the other one. Physical fitness requirements should be based on the occupational field without consideration of race, of gender, race, ethnicity, or orientation. And I kind of thought that was weird that they left orientation in there because, I think that may have slipped by on them. Their religious monitors may have let that one slip by. Overlords. Okay. And then, it gets all the way down through this thing. Codify language to instruct senior military officers to make certain that they understand their primary duty is to be ensuring the readiness of armed forces, not pursuing a social engineering agenda. The military has always been at the vanguard of moving the society forward because they know what their needs are, and that sometimes most times, the best way to fulfill the ranks that they need, the positions that they have open, is to make sure they're bringing in qualified people, regardless of any qualifier, race, gender, sex, sexual orientation, anything like that, anything, ethnicity, national background, nationality, even all those things. Without regard. But, Heritage seems to think that, that's a problem. Okay, and then eliminate the Marxist indoctrination and divisive critical race. It's only divisive, folks, because you want it to be, Heritage. You're the one offended by this. You're the one feeling divided by it. You and Kevin Roberts and all those others out there, there's 80 organizations now that are defending this kind of stuff. They're the ones who are actually feeling this kind of, a certain way about it, maybe. Who knows? Maybe you just need to, get out the little leather whip. Or the little feather and tickle each other or something, because apparently you've got a problem. Go get some help, will you? Okay. Eliminate Marxist and abolish newly established diversity, equity, and inclusion offices and staff. Y'all have got a thing for people who don't look like you. And I know what you're doing. Here's what they're doing, by the way. Here's what they're doing. They're saying that all of this stuff is already protected in the Constitution. by the simple words that are there, that it's all protected there. But that's not the case. Because women had to actually, what was it, the 19th Amendment for women getting the ability to, or the legal standing to actually vote. African Americans. It goes on and on. But yet, you're really offended by all that. But we still have to fight for those things. And we still have to stand up for it and call it out for what it is, right? And that's crazy. Audit the course offerings at military academies to remove Marxist indoctrination. Again, dog whistling to some extremes on your side who actually believe in Marxism more than we do over here on the left, folks. You're proving it every day. Eliminate tenure for academic professionals and apply the same rules for instructors that are applied to other DoD contracting personnel. Well, no. Okay. Reverse policies allow transgender individuals to serve in the military. This is another one that's just full of crap and is BS, period. Gender dysphoria is incompatible with the demands of military service, and the use of public monies for transgender surgeries or to facilitate abortion for service members should be ended. No, wrong. I could rail on and on and on about that, and that's just crap, folks. Anyway, so this is all throughout these chapters in this thing. You can just go type in words in the search bar up here and find what you want to know. Look up certain words. Go look up words like faith or gender or sex or diversity or inclusion or, whatever. Go look the words up through the whole document or through a chapter at a time. You can go on their website and do it. And you can download this thing and save it. And hopefully I can save all this. Anyway, it's in every chapter. Well, some chapters it's not in. Some of the chapters you don't find stuff in. You expect to find it in things like the Department of Education, Department of Defense, which the NDAA is just replete with all this kind of garbage. Anyway, it's already in there. They put it in, and we'll just see if it makes it out of conference or not between the House and the Senate. Oh, not. But they put so much in there that they're hoping to get something through. And that's what they did. They kind of overloaded it so that they could try to maybe get something out of it. Okay. They got all kinds of bargaining chips in every one of the different parts of the NDAA, as well as in the appropriations bills for the rest of the federal government. Okay. They loaded them up. The Republicans did in the House with everything that they wanted, knowing that the majority in the Senate would not agree to it, but they put so much stuff in there from the House that they're hoping something slips through. That's what they're hoping for. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing on that for right now because it's just all over the place. I've got to go through and do a lot more reading in this thing. And I've gone through not quite all of the chapters yet, but getting close where I can say that I've been through all of them. And I'm basically looking for certain terms, okay? Okay, so really we just stopped sharing on that. Let me go back over here to see if there's anyone watching or commenting or anything like that. There are none that I can see. So anyway, we'll just call it a day here after 30 minutes of the show and let you get back to your regularly scheduled programming. Bye-bye, everybody.